which one I'm gonna do yet. All right. Oh, we have laundry in our video. Say welcome to our video. All right, welcome to this video. I'm going to do 20 postpartum necessities. I haven't decided which one is gonna be the title yet. I saw a mom post like things on her story because she's pregnant with like her second baby, and she was like, tell me all the things that you wish you had postpartum or that you had that like you loved, whatever. And it just like made me think of a ton of things that I was like, oh my gosh, I wish I could tell like all my friends who get pregnant. Good burp. All these things that you will wish you had, or like things that like I've loved that I had. So I thought I would share. I grabbed like a couple things of the 20, but I literally only have like 5 because I don't want to show like all of them. So these are things that I've had that I have loved, or that I definitely will have for my next baby for postpartum. The first one is a big cozy blanket. This is the blanket that we currently use like every single night, and I carry it around with me. Like I bring it to the living room, I bring it in his glider in his room. I use it in bed every single night. It's nice. I like cut off his face. I'll have him sit up more. It's nice because it's like big and cozy. So it's like winter here, so it's like warm when like I'm nursing and I have to like take my shirt off and I'm kind of cold a little bit. Or it's big enough to like prop him up if he's nursing on a certain side. Then I kind of like put him, like stack him like on top of it, so then it's easier instead of like a boppy, because we don't have a cover for a boppy. And then the boppy was like moving a ton like when I would try to use it. So I just like shove this and then set him there, and then it's a lot easier. So yeah, a big cozy blanket is just like a necessity for me now. I mean, it always has been, but like it's been so nice to use that. Okay, the next thing is a water bottle. I used to have a hydro flask, and then I had one with like a straw. And then the hydro flask, I always had to unscrew it and it was so annoying. And then the one with the straw was super annoying because I always knocked it over when I was pregnant. Like I'd knock a pillow on my nightstand or something, like, I don't know. So now I have a Camelback. It never spills. I can keep it like next to me in bed and it never spills. And then it's easy because I can like take it out, suck it like a straw, whatever, and not like have to unscrew it or anything. And when you are breastfeeding, you are so thirsty all the time. Like I always am good at my water intake. I don't know how, if I keep my water filled up, I'm good at drinking it. But like during the night, I will drink a whole water bottle like every time I wake up to nursing, like every 3 hours. Okay, number 3 is essential oils, like calming oils. I've used this oil. It's the Seedlings Calm. It's from Young Living, and it's actually their only baby oil right now. You can like dilute other oils to use however you're comfortable with on babies, but that one's actually for babies. So I dilute it a little bit in a roller, and then I put it on his feet, and then I diffuse it, and it's like basically smells like straight lavender, but there's I think a couple other ones in it. It's like so cozy, and yeah. All right, number 4 is vitamin C and vitamin D. I never ever get sick. I usually get sick maybe once a year, otherwise once every like 2 years, with even like a cold and stuff like that. And he's a month old and I've already been sick twice, and it was because I was not taking them. So next time around, especially because it's winter time and everybody's sick right now, but when he was like 3.5 weeks, I got sick with like almost like a sinus infection, and then I had to take like my prenatal and vitamin C, and then I was taking like, I was taking like a homeopathic cold medicine, whatever. It took like a week to go away, and then I was fine. And then I showed up to Christmas, and a couple, like my brother had been sick, my cousins had been sick and stuff like that. And then I got sick again after that because I didn't take it. I took vitamin C while I was sick before, and then I like stopped, and I took vitamin C and D for like 2 days, and it was like already gone again. And it was like the first day I had it, it was so bad. So next time around, I'm just gonna take vitamin C and D like before I have a baby, and then like after, especially in the winter, or I should just take it all winter. But when I started taking that, it totally helped, and it was so good, and we should be taking this stuff anyway because it's really good. Vitamin D is really good because in the winter you're not getting all your vitamin D, and then in the summer if you just put on sunscreen, you're not really getting all your vitamin D anyway. So vitamin D and vitamin C have helped me feel A1. Okay, next is quick snacks. When we were at the hospital, the day before we left, Max's mom actually came here and like stocked our whole fridge with like food and our pantry, and it was so nice. Like the quick snacks I would recommend is like, I had almonds and cheese, so I would get like the string cheese sticks and then almonds, and I would eat those together, because then my midwife always suggested that as a snack for me, I guess, because there's like good fats in it or something. Almonds and cheese. My mom gave me protein drinks, so it was just like a chocolate drink pre-made, and it was just like a protein drink, and then in the middle of the night I would drink that, and then in the middle of the night I would drink that when I was breastfeeding and I was like, when I was starving. Big bars, protein bars. Oh, Max's mom got us a fruit tray and a veggie tray. Those were so easy for the first week. Like Max would just bring up the fruit or veggie tray and we would just like devour them. Having those instead of like having to go make a meal was really, really nice. Okay, the next thing is pre-made meals. Max's mom also did this when she came. She brought us a bunch of crock pot meals. So like they go in gallon baggies. You like pre-make a crock pot meal and then you freeze them. And then when you want to make them, you take them out the day before, thaw them in your fridge, and then put them in the crock pot, and they're all ready. So she had like stew, she had like potato something, chicken and sweet potato something, like, oh, she did a bunch of taco meat and put them in like sandwich baggies. So they were like 10 different servings. There was like 10 different sandwich baggies, and all we had to do is take them out and we could mix it with like rice and stuff like that to make like a bowl. We could make tacos out of it. That was really nice. Then she also made breakfast sandwiches, which was so nice. She made a ton of those for us and we survived off those for the first 2 weeks. She took English muffins and then egg and ham and some and bacon and some, and then she froze them, and then all we had to do was take the gallon baggie out of the freezer and it was filled with a bunch of breakfast sandwiches, and then we just microwaved them for like, I think it was like a minute, and then breakfast was done. All right, the next thing is nursing pads, but disposable. I was using the reusable ones. I'm gonna set him down because my back is getting sore. I was using the reusable ones for like 4 or 5 days after he was born, because I wanted to be more like sustainable and stuff like that. So I had the reusable ones, which is basically just like little towels and they're circles and you put them in your bra. But what I didn't know is once they are wet, you cannot like stick them back in your bra, because you'll get mastitis, which is like an infection in your boobs, and it's like super common. And you do not want it because it's super painful and you have to breastfeed through it. So in the first couple days, mine were just getting soaked and I could not take them out and replace them enough. Like I was having to do it every hour. And then it was really annoying because like after they got wet, like I could just like feel them, and then I was like out somewhere and I didn't have enough to like keep replacing them. So that was really annoying. So I ended up going to get disposable ones. And now I just pack them in the diaper bag. I brought some right here. Yeah. So they come like this, and then you just open it. And then open it. And they also have these little like sticky things on the back. This brand is Lancino. So these are really nice. This is more like a pad basically. And you can just throw it away when you're done. I still have the reusable ones to use like after I'm not like leaking as much and like whatever, which I hadn't been for a week. So I stopped using them, and then he cluster fed a lot, and then now like my milk supply is like up more than it should be, so then I leak a lot more now. So yeah, I switched to disposable for now, and then I'll be using my reusable ones like once I need them like a little bit further on. But it was just too much for me to handle at first. It was like, I was like crying over it. It was just rough. So get disposable ones for right away, even if you want to be sustainable. Okay, next is high-waisted underwear. I don't know about like anyone else, but like when your belly is like kind of like weird at first, wearing regular underwear, your belly just feels like it just is like out there and just like loose, and like it didn't really like hang over my underwear, but it just like felt like it was just too out there. And it was so wiggly, like it still basically is, but it was so like wiggly and like squishy and everything. So high-waisted underwear was so nice for me because I could just pull them up and it felt like it just like held my belly in. And I actually got the high-waisted underwear for my C-section when it was planned, but then when that was all canceled and stuff, I still ended up wearing them after. But for C-sections, it's really nice because I guess it rises above your incision. So get high-waisted underwear either way. All right, next is sweatpants. When people ask what should they wear home from the hospital, people either say leggings or sweatpants. And I don't know about anyone else, but like leggings as in yoga pants. I tried yoga pants on like 3 days after he was born, and it is not comfortable. And I don't know about anyone else, but you bleed after pregnancy, so you have to wear pads. And how can you wear a pad with yoga pants? Like, I tried that on, and you could like see the big pad in the yoga pants and stuff like that. So I don't know about anyone else, but I did not want to wear yoga pants. Like, I was even mad that people suggested that. Like, I was like, who would want to wear yoga pants after? So I lived in sweats. I'm still basically in sweats now, and he's 5 weeks old. Yoga pants was all I wore for like 3 weeks. I bled for like almost 2.5 weeks. It was like 2 weeks basically, which usually I think you bleed for 4, I think. But so sweatpants, all I lived in was sweatpants. I didn't want to, I even tried like maternity jeans on because I was like, oh, I'll just wear my maternity stuff, like that way I can dress nicer, and it was just not comfortable. So I went out and I bought new sweatpants after he was born, and then I got some for Christmas, which was really nice. So I live in sweatpants every single day still. I have some jeans and stuff that fit me now. They weren't pre-baby jeans, they were new ones I got for Christmas that fit me. But all right, the next couple things are quick. Diapers, like adult diapers. When I came home the first day, it was just nice. I had adult diapers because for home birth, what I had planned, you need them because that's what you wear. Because the hospital gives you like mesh underwear and then like gigantic pads, but instead of that, I liked using the diapers once I got home, and I only used those for 2 days because I didn't bleed a lot after the first 2 days. Next is nipple cream. Your nipples get really sore. That's just like, I feel like everybody knows that. Just make sure to have nipple cream. I also have this like belly butter that I made, but I use it as nipple cream too because it's basically just coconut oil, beeswax, other natural things, shea butter, beeswax, coconut oil, and you can put essential oils in it if you want, but I didn't because then I can use it as nipple cream too. But for the belly butter you can. Next is chapstick. Everybody says to pack chapstick when you go to the hospital, and I was like, why the heck? Like, who cares? You're not going to be thinking about chapstick when you're at the hospital. You do. Like, I don't know why, but your lips are chapped, you want chapstick. And then when I got home, I carried chapstick around with me. Still to this day, I put it on like 5 times a day. I keep it in the diaper bag, and I don't know. Maybe it's because it's winter here too, but. Okay, a phone charger with a long cord. When you're in bed nursing or on the couch nursing or laying with baby or napping, it's really nice to have your phone next to you just to be able to, like, if Max is in the other room or like upstairs, text him or call my mom or call my dad. I don't know. FaceTime my friends. It's just nice to like have my phone like next to me instead of like way up and having to get up so much for it. Okay, this next one, nobody else had told me, but I have found it to be really nice since I've been home. But we have an Alexa right next to our bed, and then downstairs we have a Google. I really want to just switch the upstairs to have a Google and have 2 Googles because I think I like that better. But it's really, really, really nice to have Alexa next to my bed, because when I was waking up to pump in the first week when like nursing wasn't like 100% and I had to like pump, instead of setting an alarm on my phone every time, I could just say, she's in the other room so she's gonna hear me, but I could just say, hey Alexa, set my alarm for 6 p.m. That doesn't make sense. Hey Alexa, set my alarm for 3 a.m. Hey Alexa, set my alarm for 6 a.m. Like whenever I would need it. Like I'd wake up, pump, and then I'd be like, okay, 3 hours from now. And then I'd set the new alarm, and it was really nice to not like go on my phone and do it. And I was tired, so I was like sitting there with like my eyes closed pumping. Okay, next is a Haka. Everybody suggests a Haka, but I was like, okay, what is that? Whatever. So I got it. It wasn't that expensive, and then I tried it. It hurt so bad. I did not want to use it. And then when my friend Aaliyah came to town, she had had a baby and she had used it, so she taught me you like flip it open and then you like squeeze it and then put it on and then release, and then you flip it back up and release. And I don't know, just having somebody show you how to use it and then doing it after the first 2 weeks. The first 2 weeks, I think I was just so sore and everything was so new. It was just like, I hate this. I was so mad at the Haka. I was just like, I'm not using this, I hate it. But then she showed me and she like did it with me and it was like way better. And then when I'd nurse on one side, I'd use it on the other, and I actually caught so much milk. I was able to put like 1 mason jar away. That was just from like 2 or 3 days though. Now I don't use it. I just catch the other side, because in the middle of the night when I'm like, if I were to use that, then I'd have to go downstairs and put it in the fridge to keep it. So I just like use something now to catch it on the other side. Yeah, I should be using the Haka, because then I can have a freezer storage of like my own milk, but it's just really annoying to have to walk downstairs. And I think breast milk only stays for like 8 hours, I think. Okay, next, I don't have these, but I wish I did, and everybody else swears by them. So if I were you, get these, because I wish I would have had these, and they're called Silverettes. They're like silver nipple covers, and silver is like antibacterial, antifungal, anti-something, and it's a natural healer. So when your nipples are really sore at first, or if they're like dry or cracked or bleeding, because that often happens, and it happened to me a little bit, but it didn't get super bad. But you just put those in your bra and they actually help heal your nipples, so get those. If you go to Silverettes on Instagram, you'll read a bunch of reviews on it and it sounds amazing, and I wish I would have had them when he was like 2.5 weeks old, but now I won't need them anymore. But I could have used those and I would have loved it. I was like wanting them so bad, but I knew if I would have ordered them that week, it would have been like too late and I wouldn't have needed them. Okay, last couple things. I recommend this one a ton because I needed it a ton, and it's just a friend who's been through it. I had my friend Aaliyah and then my doulas. And my doulas, I talked to them about things that like really experienced moms would know. Like I'd be like, is this normal? Is this okay? Like you always think you're like so prepared, or at least I did, because I like nannied my whole life and everything, and I was like, okay, nothing is gonna be like challenging or new to me. Like I've literally seen like all of it mostly, and I know how to handle all of it. But then when it comes to like your own baby, you just want to double check everything. Like when he was like a week old, he didn't like spit up, he like threw up like all of his milk, and all of a sudden I got like so nervous. Like I was like, oh my gosh, is he sick? Is he okay? Like he literally like projectile vomited his milk on me. And I was like, oh my gosh, like he threw up everything, is he okay? Like, and he was acting super weird like 10 minutes before that, so we were like, what's wrong? Like maybe he's just being weird. So I like texted him about that. He ended up being fine and it never happened again. But just random things like that, or like when he wasn't nursing the best, I would text my doulas, and like one of them was like, is he having good awake times? Like, cause he was just sleeping throughout the whole day, which meant like, and he was falling asleep while he was nursing, so he wasn't getting enough calories to stay awake. He was just trying to nurse. It was so hard for him. He would barely get enough calories to be able to like be awake. He was just like kind of getting fed, and then he was still hungry like 30 minutes later. So she was the one who kind of like prompted me like, oh, he's not being fed enough. So then I had to start pumping, and then I was creating more, and then once I started feeding him what I was pumping instead of letting him nurse because he wasn't getting enough, then he was awake so much because he was able to like get a ton more milk. So stuff like that. And then my friend Aaliyah, she like when I was pumping and stuff like that and I had questions, she pumped for a little bit, and so she knew exactly what, and she'd help me. And thanks Aaliyah, love you for that. Okay, this I didn't have, but I wish I would have had a laundry helper. Everything else like is doable and Max and I can do it, but laundry we had a lot of. I think it's because we were at the hospital, we came home, we already had a lot of laundry from before we went to the hospital because we weren't ready to go to the hospital. Obviously you don't like plan it. And then he was born, and then we went to Minnesota and he was like 9 days old, so we packed our bags, we came back, we had laundry again, and then we had friends over, so then I had to like wash those sheets and wash towels and like our towels, and then I got breast milk all over our bedding, so now our bedding, and like laundry was just like never ending. I'm just getting caught up now. But like dishes and stuff like that, like Max and I can like handle. It only takes a little bit, but laundry like is a lot because I can wash it all, but then putting it all away is just like hard to find the time to do all of it. And I can do it little by little, and we're almost caught up now, but he's 5 weeks old. So in the first couple weeks, it would have been nice to just like have a laundry helper. And my mom always offers to help, but I just feel bad because I don't want to be like, yeah, mom, come over here and do all my laundry. Like that's just rude. And so, okay, last two things, pretty much they're kind of lame, but I like them, okay? One is baths and the other is a Netflix show to binge. It's so nice. Just a couple days ago, for 2 days, when I was like sick again, I turned on, I think it was You. Yeah, You on Netflix. And I binged it for 2 days, and him and I just laid in bed together. We had snacks, we nursed, we watched Netflix, and we napped in between the episodes. He is tooting and pooping right now, if you can hear it. So that was really nice. I finished it, and now I'm like, I need another one for like a couple days from now when I need like a relaxed day again, because it's so nice to like decompress and just lay in bed and cozy with your big cozy blankets and stuff like that. And then baths is just obvious. Like, after it was so nice to hand him to Max and just go take a bath, put Epsom salt in it and essential oils, and just feel good and decompress and just give myself some self-care, and then get out and then be ready to nurse and be wanted and needed again by baby. But it's good time to like just like get away for 5 minutes and relax. All right, that's everything. 20 things that you need postpartum. Some of them are just like, yeah, whatever, I knew that. And others, I hope you were like, whoa, I did not know that. I will get that. He sat and watched me the whole time, sweet boy. All right, thank you for watching this video. If you're not subscribed, go subscribe. Also, I post him and I, or Max and I, or just him on Instagram every single day on my stories. Also, I post him on my feed every day too, because my feed is now baby. So if you don't follow me on Instagram, my Instagram is in the description box, and go follow me because I post on there 80 million times a day, which is more than YouTube. So if you want to see us more, go on there and subscribe if you're not subscribed. All right, thanks for watching. Bye, guys.